Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's a little different today, and it is going to be different. We are still baking, but instead of baking a bundt cake, which I normally have done in the past, today we are making a sandwich bread. So this is a sour discard sandwich bread. Little guy's going to help me. It's a sandwich bread made with sourdough discard. So you're not using starter with it, and it does have yeast in it. It's a honey whole wheat sandwich bread. So it's got honey in it, whole wheat flour, regular flour, sourdough discard. So it does have a little bit of the gut healthy benefits. And then it has some butter in it also. And so it's really simple to make if you have an active sourdough, and you know, when you feed your sourdough, whatever is left over is your discard. And yes, you throw it away most of the time, but there are a lot of recipes that you can make with it. And it does offer a lot of nutrients and benefits too. So we're gonna make a sandwich bread today. It makes 2 loaves and it's really good, and it's perfect for back to school. So if you're sending your kids back to school with lunches and you need some sandwich bread, this is the perfect one. And you're gonna love it so much that you're never gonna wanna buy bread again. This is one of those breads that I just love so much. It's really easy to do. And there's a couple breads that I really love to make all the time for my kids, and this is one of them. So we're gonna get started. You just need a handful of ingredients. Hold on, baby. You need your sourdough discard and some yeast, some whole wheat flour, regular flour, honey. If you don't have honey, you can use some sugar. And let's get started. All right, so in my bowl of my stand mixer, I have some sugar, some yeast, and then I'm gonna pour in my water. And first we're just going to bloom our yeast to just get it active and bubbly. So you just put it in there, you give it a little stir with your whisk, and then you cover, and then you let it rise, and it's gonna get all nice and foamy and bubbly, and then you know it's active and ready to go. This is the first step. All right, now that this is what your yeast should look like when it's all bloomed, it's a little frothy. So now we're gonna add in the next set of ingredients, which is going to be water, sourdough discard, and some honey.
Mommy, mean that leather and that bowl. That turn.
Yep, so in our bowl we have our sourdough discard, our yeast, water, honey, and that's about it. So now we're going to put it on with our mixer and add in our flour. So put it on low, and then we're going to add in our dry ingredients, which is all-purpose flour and whole wheat flour. Once your dough starts pulling away from the sides, you're going to add in your butter. So you need 2 tablespoons of softened butter goes in, and this is unsalted butter. And then we're going to add in some salt to it. So 1 teaspoon of salt goes in, and then you're going to mix it until everything's incorporated. You want to make sure that it's not a sticky dough. So once you add in the butter, it should not be sticky anymore. Dough has risen. This is what it looks like, and now it comes time to shape it. And then you're also going to need 2 9 by 5 inch loaf pans sprayed with some cooking spray, and we're going to get it ready. It's not a super sticky dough, so you don't need to worry about flouring your work surface. You're just going to dump it out on to your counter, and then you're going to divide it in half. Look how beautiful the dough is. So now we're going to just roughly divide it in half. You can weigh it and do it that way if you want to, but I'm just gonna do it this way. So starting with 1 piece of your bread, you're going to stretch it out into kind of like a rectangle with the long sides going perpendicular to you and the short sides parallel to you. Just like so. Then you're going to take the edges and then fold them in, and then just keep doing it like that. Roll it up. Alright. Okay, I'm coming out. Go out the door.
Stop shaking it, little girl.
Go out, open the door. And then place it into your loaf pan. Okay, I just took the breads out of the oven, and unlike bundt cakes, which you've seen me bake in the past, you do not want to keep these sitting in the loaf pan too long because they will create steam on the bottom and then they'll get a little like wet. So you do want to flip them out. See how gorgeous that looks. So you do want to flip them out and put them on a cooling rack and let them cool completely as soon as they come out of the oven. So flip them out and then we just let them cool.